welcome to this week's yoga class, and the sequence is called Be Grounded, Stay Present. So it's going to be a really nice focusing class that's going to work on the legs, on the feet a lot, our connection to the earth. It's a bit of a mental reset where we can feel and invite some calmness and have full awareness of our body in the poses. So please grab anything that you need for the practice today, and then when you're ready, just start off lying down. We'll come all the way down to the floor and just finding a comfortable position that will feel good and supportive for the back. Begin to let the eyes close or a soft gaze, and just start to take some attention into the body, just scanning the back of the body and just notice those places where the body is meeting the earth, the floor right now. Just start to feel present just with that. And then taking a scan from the crown of your head, moving all the way slowly down the body, just simply observing and noticing how we're feeling right now, what the physical body feels like. Just be aware of what's happening to the mind right now. And then begin to just be aware of the rise and fall of the breath. You can either keep the hands down by the sides of the body, or you might just gently let both hands just come around the belly area, fingertips gently pressing in towards each other, middle fingers, but letting your shoulders stay nice and relaxed. And begin to notice the rise and fall of the breath. So when we're stressed, we often find that the breath is very short and shallow, and we often breathe a lot in the chest and the upper chest area, which automatically causes us more stress. So just feel and direct this breath around, lower down around the belly area. And if you haven't already, then you can start to breathe in and out through the nose. And just feeling the belly can just soften and relax every time that you exhale. And the belly can just feel a gentle expansion every time that you breathe in. So when we hold any tension or when we're stressed as well, sometimes we grip in around the belly area, we hold it in. So just allow that feeling that the belly can just be very soft and relaxed right now. See if you can just make the awareness of just inviting calmness into the mind and the body with the breath. Then you're going to begin to lengthen out your breath and just do it slowly. So each time that you breathe, maybe just notice if there's a bit more room there to breathe in a bit more. And the same with the exhale. Notice if there's a bit of room at the bottom of the breath to breathe out a little bit more. And continue to be able to just lengthen out the breath. And it's great, it's very clear, and it's a bit of a reset for the mind when we come to some really good breath work first of all. So we all deal with stress differently, and often we have everyday stress such as our work or money issues or looking after our family or trying to meet deadlines or juggling things, and they're not necessarily things that we can just run away from. So if we can apply just good breathing and apply what we learn in our yoga with calmness and peace, if we can invite that just to move into those aspects of your day, then we find we deal better with that stress. Often the body will go into a fight flight mode, and that's when we become very stressed. So it's about how we can deal with these things. For the last bit of the breathing, as you breathe in, after that inhale, just hold that inhale in, just as comfortable as it is for you. And then breathing out, and the same when you get to that bottom of the exhale, hold it out just as comfortable as it is for you. And do that a few more times. So you're working with the pauses now of the breath, which in turn really lengthens out your breath even more. It harnesses in on being more focused. Just a few more of these. And then make this your last rounds. Let that whole technique just go. Return back to your natural breath and just see what's happened to your natural breath. Maybe you notice just a sense of calmness or feeling grounded or focused, or maybe a natural length just in your breath right now. So we're going to take our stretch out from here. So raising the arms, take a good stretch out. Maybe the legs have lengthened. You can spread your toes. You might even interlock the fingers and just press your palms away from you. Just draw in the navel as well, so we're not going to hurt the lower back by stretching. And then slowly release from here. You're going to bend your knees, hug your knees in towards the chest, squeeze them in for a moment. And then hands cupping on the knees. We'll do a few breaths for the back. So we'll inhale, press your knees away. Exhale, draw them towards you. Inhale, press your knees away. Exhale, draw them towards you. One more. Inhale, press your knees away. Exhale, draw the knees towards you. And come back to centre, open the knees. Taking them away from you, letting your knees touch, moving them together back in towards the chest. So doing some circles, so getting right into the hips from here. So we need to wake up the legs and the feet in order. So when we come to our standing poses, we really feel our connection to the earth. And then do a few in the other direction from here. And then through your back, getting a really nice release, especially around your lower back from here. That's it, last one. And then back to centre. You can bring your feet to the floor, let your feet be as wide as the mat. We'll take a few twists, so we'll cactus the arms, inhale. As you breathe out, knees drop to the right, head turns to the left. And breathing in, back to the centre. Breathing out, knees to the left, head to the right. We'll go a couple more, breathing in. Breathing out, knees to the right, head to the left. In, back to the centre. Breathing out, knees to the left, head to the right. Just do one more round to either side. And then once you've finished that last round, just coming back to the centre, feet hip distance apart. You're going to draw the right knee in towards you, just drawing it in. You can extend your left leg away from you if it works, and you can make both feet active. And just take a moment to feel your contact with the earth, just staying present and calm right now. Hands behind the back of the legs, and we'll lift up your leg from here. You can take a few circles with your ankle and circle in the other direction. And then drawing the toes towards you if that feels okay. You can start to lift the legs up a little bit higher up the leg, maybe reaching higher or ankles or even your feet from here. And just drawing that leg gently towards you, and keeping your head down today. So just feel the earth is supporting you from here. Walking hands back down the legs. So the arms are down by the sides of the body, and we're just going to draw imagine that you was drawing a circle with the heel of that foot, and you might make it quite small, or you might take the circles a little bit more to get into the hip. And do bend your leg if you need to, and have the other leg bent if it's pulling on the back, circling out in the other direction. That's it, one more from here. And then back to the centre. Hug both knees in towards the chest from here. Inhale, and as you breathe out, lifting your head up towards the knees. And then easing back. Right foot is going to come to the floor, leg bent. You're going to draw your left knee towards you, holding around your shin. And extend your right leg out if it feels okay. And make the feet active, chin tucked in slightly, and just focus on lengthening your breath from here. And invite that feeling of calmness and just being grounded and being aware of the body right now. Let your connection to that become stronger and deeper. And then hands behind the back of the leg. We'll lift the leg up from here. And you can make some circles with the ankle. So just bringing some movement, some space into the toe joints, into the ankle joints, and then reversing the other way from here. That's it. You can draw the toes towards you or relax the feet if you need to. And hold it here for a few breaths, or you might like to lift your hands up a bit higher, just see what happens. And keep the heads down, chin draws in from here. And then slowly allowing yourself to walk your hands back, or keep the leg lifted. Remember, you can bend your other leg if you need to, or do this leg a bit bent when we do these movements. Arms down by the sides of the body if you can. And then making some circles on that side. Imagine you was drawing a circle with the heel. So it might be very small, or you might move it a little bit more so it gets right into your hip from here. That's it. Engaging a bit of your abdominal muscles as well from here. And if you haven't already, reverse your movement. That's it. Just trying to wake up the legs and being aware of what we're feeling around the legs. That's it. And then hugging both knees in towards the chest. We'll come into happy baby, so hands behind the back of the legs, drawing the knees out towards the sides of the body. You can take it further by reaching up with the hands, ankles or feet, and drawing the knees down towards the sides of the body. Tuck the chin in, you can stay still or start to just take a slow rock, moving from side to side. Just be aware of the back, what's happening to the back as the back presses gently down towards the earth. So getting a good massage around those muscles that are around the spine. That's it. And then slowly release. Hit soles of the feet together, opening out the knees. You can cross your thumbs and link the arms. Take the arms away from you, stretching gently into the fingertips, and just encourage your hips just to relax. Notice what's happened to the back from here. If you've taken the arms away or really stretching, that you'll notice more of the back will arch from here. And then slowly release, arms down, take the knees back, and then just drop your knees to one side and make your way all the way up into an easy seated position. We'll come to seated Sukhasana, easy crossed legged. And just take a moment to sit up nice and tall from here. We'll take an easy twist, so the left hand onto the right knee and the right fingertips behind us, and drawing up nice and tall. And as we breathe out, easing into a twist towards that right side. And just stay connected with your sit bones, so feel grounded, feel present with your connection to the earth. And then breathing in, coming back. Swapping, so right hand onto left knee, left hand behind you, sitting up nice and tall. Take a full breath to sit up as tall as you can. Breathing out, twisting from the torso towards that left side. And just feel your contact with the earth, feeling calm, feeling steady in your twist. Then coming back to the centre. We're going to take a walk forward with the hands, still in a seated position. So fingertips coming down, and just start to walk the hands out in front. See what happens. It might be a little way, or you might even be able to take the forearms down. And you want to bring some weight back towards your sit bones so you still feel connected. You can let the head relax while you're here. It can be a nice release for around your upper back and your shoulders, but still feeling your connection to the earth right now. And then slowly lifting up, coming all the way back up. You're going to drop your knees to one side and then come to an all fours position. Going to have your hands shoulder width apart, knees hip distance apart. You're going to tuck your toes from here. We'll do some cat stretches with your toes tucked, and just think about feeling grounded while you do it. So inhale, lifting your tailbone, lifting the front of the body, lifting the head. And as you breathe out, rounding over, drawing the navel in, gazing back through the legs. Inhale to come through again, looking up. And exhale to round over. Do one more. Inhale to come through. Exhale to round over. Back to tabletop position, keeping the toes tucked. We'll press back into downward dog pose. So if you need to walk out the legs, you can walk out the legs. And then when it feels ready, just let the heels take a moment to release back from here. Nice long slow breaths, allowing the back of the legs to get a good stretch from here. Feeling our connection to the earth through our hands and our feet. And then slowly release, knees down, release the feet. Walk your hands forward and we'll lower down to your hips from here. You're going to take a cobra or sphinx, so hands underneath the shoulders or forward if you're doing sphinx. We'll take an inhale, lifting up just a little way for cobra if you're coming, elbows pointing back. Just feel contact with the earth and slowly lower down. And come up again. So inhale, either sphinx or cobra. Continue to breathe, elbows pointing back. And exhale, lower. We'll take a locust pose, so arms down by the sides of the body. We're going to lift up head, chest. You can lift the arms away, you can lift the legs away. And try to make your legs really get a good stretch. So today, don't think about how high you're lifting. Think about how much you can stretch into the legs, make them really activated. And then slowly lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press back to the all fours. Widen your knees from here, maybe big toes together and sinking back into child's pose. Reach your hands forward slightly. And just feel grounded with your head in contact with the earth. Can you come back to long, slow, calm breaths? And let that feeling of calmness just move through the entire mind and the body. And then bringing yourself back from here. Tucking the toes under, lifting up into downward dog. And when you're ready, start to walk your feet towards your hands. Hands on the hips. Lifting head, lifting chest, coming all the way up to standing from here. We'll interlock the fingers behind us and gently roll your shoulders back from here. Make sure feet are separated. And we'll take a forward fold, but think about today really being grounded and present with your connection to the earth. So bending the legs, hinging forward at the hips, folding forward, letting the head be nice and heavy from here. And then slowly release the hands. Hands can come out in front, catch hold of opposite elbows and sway gently from side to side. Easing, letting go of any tension, feeling this feeling of steadiness and calmness, even though we're moving, just feeling calm. Hands on the hips, lifting head, lifting chest, coming all the way up to standing. So we'll keep the feet hip distance apart. Hands on the hips, we're going to bend the legs from here into our chair, extending the arms out in front. And just feel really grounded with the feet and allow that feeling of feeling grounded to rise up through the legs, the thighs, the front body, into the shoulders, into the fingertips. As you breathe out, bending the legs, interlock the fingers, coming back to that forward fold we took. And then inhale, soften, release the hands, coming back again into chair, maybe sinking a little bit lower. And then bringing your hands back again, folding forward from here. And one more inhale, staying back to our chair pose, just feeling grounded. Be aware of all your toes on the earth and the whole of the foot, each foot pressing down, lifting up, extending up, reaching through the fingertips and breathing out, arms down by the sides of the body. You can keep your feet now a few inches apart. Taking mountain pose, so shoulders move up to the ears, rolling shoulders back and releasing them, arms moving down by the sides of the body, fingertips relax, palms half facing to the front. Just looking at a gentle spot in front of you, gentle gaze, or letting the eyes close. And as you breathe in, you're going to visualise you're breathing up through the soles of the feet, into the legs, front body, all the way into the crown of the head. Pause. And as you breathe out, send the awareness back down through the body, through the legs, to the feet, to the earth. Pause. Breathing in again, breathing in, soles of feet, legs, front body, chest, shoulders, head. And breathing out, head, front body, legs, ankles, feet, earth. Just do a couple more in your own time and let each breath let you be more present to the earth, feeling that sense of calmness, stability we have with our feet down. And then when you're ready, let the eyes blink open and extend the arms up, keeping that same calmness. If you can, coming up onto your toes from here. And even though it's more challenging, can you still feel a calmness, a sense of peace as we just hold this balance pose for a few breaths? And then arms out to the side, breathing out, allowing yourself to lower down. You can come to the long side of the mat now, and then we're gonna. We're gonna come to the short end of the mat. We're gonna take warrior, so we're gonna take your right foot behind you, warrior one, and allowing yourself to find your hips to the front. Navel draws in and feel your connection with both feet towards the earth. Lifting the arms, and if you're steady of the balance, you might challenge it by looking up towards your hands. Keep really thinking about your feet and take some long, slow breaths. Palms together, breathing out, hands in towards the chest, hands to the hips, and we'll turn on that back foot, line it up in step in line with the heel. So we're going to come to a warrior. So that leg's still bent. You're going to extend out with your arms from here, and you can look over towards the knee sides from here, over the middle fingers, shoulders nice and relaxed. We'll take a reverse warrior, so back hand down, lifting up the top one, breathing out up and over. And at the same time, just be very aware of your feet. And then coming back to the centre. Hands on the hips, turn the feet to the front. Make sure they're lined up with each other. Then bring your hands down the sides of the legs, hinging forward, and start to come into a forward fold. You can either keep the hands to the legs, ankles, or even taking hold of your big toes. We'll take an inhale to lift up. You can look between the eyebrows. And exhale, soften and fold. And then slowly lifting up, hands on the hips, coming all the way back up from here. Going to turn the right foot out again from here, left foot out, right foot in slightly. Going to raise the arms. Take an inhale, and as you breathe out, we're going to come into Trikonasana. So it's a little bit wider. If you need to take the feet a little bit closer together, absolutely fine. Move down with the feet, draw into the navel. And then looking down, softening the knees, sweep the arms up. Feet to the front, hands on the hips. So we're turning the opposite direction. So turning all the way out to the opposite direction from here into warrior position. So front leg bent, back leg lengthened. Raising the arms, feeling contact with both feet to the earth. So really feel calm and focused. We're really working the feet today and our sense of feeling the earth in our poses. And then slowly from here, you can bring your hands together, hands on the hips. You're going to turn that back leg out and adjust it so that your front heel is in line with your inner step of your back leg, toes pointing to the front foot in line with the knee. So we'll come to warrior toe, raising the arms, looking over the fingertips of the side where your bent knee is. Really feel the contact of the back foot as well. Reverse warrior, back hand down, lifting your top arm up from here. You can move it up and over more or just extending it up. So really feel in contact with the earth, feel grounded, feel present. And then coming all the way back up. Hands on the hips, feet to the front. Make sure feet are in line with each other. We're going to come forward from here. So we're going to take our hands behind us, interlocking, holding onto elbows or reverse prayer, palms together, fingertips out and take them up as high as you can up the back. Inhale, and as you breathe out, soften the knees, hinging forward, allowing yourself to come forward from here. Head nice and heavy. And then really feeling the feet lifting up, heads, chest, coming all the way up to standing, releasing the hands. We'll take our triangle pose on the opposite side. So turning the foot out and the opposite foot in slightly. You can make the distance shorter if you need to. Extending the arms out, looking over towards the fingertips of the hands. Inhale, and as you breathe out, stretching towards that side, lengthening both sides of the body, bottom hand down, top arm can extend up. And can you really focus on both feet in contact with the earth as we draw the navel in, as we feel grounded, strong and steady. Letting your head face down, bending the legs, lifting up, coming all the way up, feet to the front. Hands on the hips and heel toe, or step your feet back together from here. We're going a bit more leg work, as I said, the leg work really helps us to feel anything leg work, connection, feeling grounded, feeling present. So we're going to do a bit of a variation with the arms. So just come to the front of your mat, extend the arms out. Right arm is going to come underneath your left arm. So we'll take eagle arms first of all. And just finding what works for the arms. You can even fold the arms if you need to, or take your forearms and the hands together if you need to. So right arm is going to come under. All the way onto your left foot, you're going to take the right leg over. So you can swap it to chair pose if you need to today, or crossing that leg over, hooking it around the side of the foot, or using a block, or even hooking the big toe around towards the back of that leg. So you can either stay here, or to challenge the balance, you can bend lower, starting to draw the elbow towards the knee. Can you still stay focused? Can you invite a calmness into the breath? And then lifting all the way back up. Release the feet. Keep your arms where they are. We're going to take your right leg back from here into a warrior pose. Do adjust the foot if you need to, so like what we did before, into a warrior. And then from here, really press down with the feet, draw into the navel, and you can explore lifting up your elbows a little bit higher, as long as it doesn't pull the back. So it might challenge the balance as we start to maybe look up slightly higher. And then as you next inhale, you're going to release the arms. You're going to interlock the hands behind the back of the head, and taking the weight of the head into the hands. You can either stay where you are, front leg's still bent, or you can lift up a little bit higher from here, so you look up towards the sky. And this is great if you've been feeling stressed or anxious lately. This is really nice to open up into the front body. And then slowly release. Let your hands release. Hands on the hips, stepping the foot to the front. So we'll turn out from here, and then we'll turn all the way back to the opposite side. And we'll do that same sequence, but on the other arm and the other leg. So arms extended out. This time it's your left arm is going to come underneath your right arm. So eagle arms first, so either swapping it to that position if you need to, or that position. Left arm underneath right. And then we'll take up balance first. So left leg crosses over right leg, or you can swap it to chair. So finding the option where that foot might go. Do use a block if you need to. And if this is enough, just stay here. Or if you want to change your balance more, slowly bend more and drawing your elbow towards the knee. And can you still feel, with the challenge of this balance, invite more calmness in with the breath and feeling present. And then as you next inhale, lifting arm. Keep the hands where they are, release that foot. And we'll step that left leg back into a lunge. So we're opening it up, but we'll ground that foot so we take it back into our warrior one. So do take time to adjust that back foot so that the hips are pointing round towards the opposite side. You can either stay here or press down in the feet and start to lift the elbows, and you might look up slightly. It might challenge the balance more. Just continue to breathe from here. And then as you next inhale, we'll release the arms. You can cactus them first. And then interlock the hands behind you. So you're clasping the back of your head, and you're letting the weight of the head really release into your hands. If this is enough for the back, stay here. Or you can start to lift the chest higher up towards the sky. Still feel your connection to the earth. Draw the navel in. Lengthen tailbone so you feel nice and protected in the back. And enjoy this openness feeling as we open up the chest and the heart. And then slowly releasing. You can release the hands first, find the hips, and then step in your back foot towards the front. And then opening out both feet from here. And take a moment just to pause into, just with the legs a little bit wider, arms down by the sides of the body. Just feeling weight down towards the earth. Just taking some calm breaths after that. Maybe challenging sequence with the eagle arms, eagle legs. And then open your eyes. We'll turn your feet out from here and we'll come into a high stance squat pose. So we're going to bend the legs from here. And you can turn your feet out slightly until your knees go roughly over that second toe from here. You can take a moment, bring your palms together, shoulders nice and relaxed. Really feel your connection to the earth. And you might lower the gaze slightly. So we take some really nice, slow, grounding breaths from here. Being aware of your feet that are pressing and supporting the rest of the body. And then lengthen the legs, release the arms as we inhale. Raising the arms up above the head, palms facing down. And as you breathe out, bend the legs and slowly allowing your hands to start to move through the air from here, just in front of the belly. Do that a couple more times, good slow breath. Inhale, lifting up. Pause. Exhale, bending the legs and slowly releasing the hands down in front of the belly. Pause. Do 2 more. Inhale, lifting up. We're inviting the breath to become longer. Pause. In the legs, breathing out, feeling our contact with the earth. Pause at the bottom of that breath. We'll do 1 more. Inhale, really full breath to clear the mind. And exhale, bend in, letting the hands release down. Pause. For a few breaths, just bring the palms back together, lowering the gaze towards the hands, feeling contact with the feet, and just feel this sense of your connection to being present in the earth right now. And slowly releasing. Take a step to the front of the mat. Hands on your hip creases, separate the feet, hinging forward from here. Hands on your shins, we'll take an inhale to lift up. And exhale, soften and lower, let your head become heavy. Slowly release, allowing yourself to sit back to the mat. Extending out with the legs. You're going to take the arms out in front, inhale. And as you breathe out, slowly releasing down. Hugging both knees in towards you and just widen them and taking a gentle rock from side to side. You're going to allow yourself to extend your left leg, draw the right knee towards you. Placing that right foot onto the top of the left leg. And we'll ease over into a twist, using the hand to ease into that twist, and the right arm can come to the side or cactus arms from here. I'm just feeling a lovely release across the back of the body now. Just feeling that unwinding. And then feeling that release as we come back to the centre. Bending legs. Drawing left knee in towards you, extending out the right leg. Placing the foot on towards that right leg from here. And then allowing the knee to roll towards that right side. Hand can stay on there. You can extend your left arm out, either cactus arm or T shape, and maybe drawing your gaze gently over towards that left side. Just feeling that release, come back to your breath. Slow inhales, slow exhales. Bringing your head back, releasing, coming all the way back to the centre from here. You're going to allow yourself to keep the legs bent. You're going to draw the feet in towards you, so coming up into a bridge pose. Arms down by the sides of the body. You're going to press into the feet slowly. Inhale, lifting up your hips, lifting up into bridge, not too high on the first one. Just feel very grounded with your feet from here, in contact with the earth. And breathing out, lower all the way down. We'll come up 1 more time. So pressing into the feet. Lifting up, coming all the way up into your bridge again. You've got the option of keeping the arms down by the sides of the body or rolling up higher onto the shoulders, maybe interlocking the fingers and pressing the arms down to the floor, or extending the arms out, back of the hands behind you. Just take a few really nice, long, slow breaths. Letting the front of the body get a nice opening as well, inviting any stress that we've been holding around the chest area, allowing us just to breathe into those places. And slowly bring the arms back down first, and slowly releasing all the way back down from here. Draw the knees back in towards the chest and gently rock from side to side. Just a couple more twists, feet as wide as your mat, arms out to a T shape, and slowly drawing the knees one side, head to the opposite side, and coming back to the centre. Doing this a few more times in your own time, in your own breath, as if you was just releasing any last bits of tension or tightness away from the back. And then the last final releases around the hips after doing some of those strong standing poses from here. And when you're ready, coming back to the centre, release the arms. And you can either extend the legs out or keeping your legs bent. Let the hands just rest naturally wherever they want to be right now. Let the eyes close or a soft gaze. And begin to just scan down the body. Starting from the head, going to the shoulders. Let go of any tension. Letting the front rib cage relax. And the tummy just soften. Let the arms relax. Fingers soft. Letting the spine just soften from the top, the mid and the bottom. Relaxing around the hips and the pelvis. Feeling the legs just softening and releasing. Relaxing knees and behind the knees. Relaxing lower legs. Relaxing the ankles. Relaxing the front of the feet. The bottom of the feet. Relaxing the toes, relaxing big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Just feel the whole of the body relaxing as you're supported by the earth right now. Let go of any control of the breath. Just simply be present as you watch, observe the flow of the rise and fall of the breath. If you've got longer to stay in your practice today, then just rest for as long as you need. If you are ready to move, take a few fuller breaths. Take a full breath in, open the mouth and just sigh the breath out. Again, breathing in through the nose. And let the breath sigh out through the mouth. One more, breathing in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Let the fingers wriggle and the wrists move. Let the toes have a wriggle, moving the ankles. And stretch the arms and wriggle the fingers more just to feel fully alive again with the body. Wriggle the toes. Draw the knees in towards the chest, hugging the knees in. And when you're ready, rolling over onto the right side or the side that feels okay to go to. Support under the head. And then bringing that feeling of grounded and being present and calmness slowly. Let yourself lift all the way up. finding your easy seat position. You can let the the palms face down towards the knees. So a sense of inviting more grounded into our seated posture. As you breathe in, visualize the breath moving from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. And as we breathe out, feel that release down through the head, the spine, back to the base of the spine. Breathing in through the sit bones. Feel the awareness move up the spine to the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, move the awareness back down the spine, all the way back down to the contact with the earth. Last one, breathing in through, up into the spine, up to the crown of the head. Move the awareness back down the spine, back into the connection to the earth. Very softly and gently bring the hands in towards the heart center. And slowly, softly, peacefully, let the head lower towards the hands. Keep the eyes down, gently blink the eyes open. And slowly inhale, lift your head, lift your heart. Namaste. I hope that you feel more grounded and more present, and let that feeling go into the rest of the day and your week with you.